Hi, my name's Cedar. I've been going to Beacon since I was like 5, so probably about 10 years. So our team went to Dallas to a program called For the Nations, and what they do there is that they help refugees from a ton of different countries by giving them things like education and tons of great resources. What caused me to want to go to missions was I want to grow closer to the community and to God, and just have a different experience where I can really feel spiritually rejuvenated. I think when we were there was this moment where I was just having this conversation with a girl one-on-one. She was a refugee child, and we were walking through like the fields, and she was having a deep conversation with me about her parents. And honestly, I just felt like God was like there, and we were just walking. We found this beautiful patch of blue flowers, and I just felt like we just sat there, and it was a beautiful moment. When we were initially there, I just saw that there were so many people doing similar things that me and my team were doing, which of course is an amazing thing, but I felt like that maybe what I was doing wasn't super significant. So I felt like I was kind of just like cruising along and going along with it. But then over time, I realized that these small interactions I was having with the kids, they really compound over time, and I should be like intentional about it. So there was a point where I was like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward every day, because what I do does matter, and it really does make an impact on the kids. I think it was small things like just having conversations with them and teaching them about the Bible and seeing the way that they light up when we talk about God. I was so impressed by all of their knowledge, and just teaching them more was really beautiful. I saw him move throughout my personal relationships a lot. I feel like he really put me out of my comfort zone, which I feel like at home I don't usually do. And I think he intentionally put me there and guided me towards getting closer to the people around me. It's changed since there isn't like a specific structured time back at home, like we have devos during missions, but at home we don't have like specific structured times, so I have to be more intentional about seeking him out. And I think that's kind of important that I learn how to intentionally do that each and every day, because it's really important. I think just spending a lot of time together definitely makes us closer, but I think the most important thing was the way we resolved conflict. I felt like this time, I feel like with girls especially, we try to not talk to each other about conflicts because we don't want to hurt each other, but I think we kind of realized that it's important for us to speak about our feelings kindly and respectfully to each other, and that was something that I think we learned together as a collective. I didn't really see their living situation since they came to the program, but I felt like I was just grateful that God has put me like in a safe country, where I don't have to worry about things like feeling unsafe in my own home. Because we also heard testimonials from like the adults who were there, and a lot of them had gone through a lot of scary things back in like the countries where they were born in or the countries they had moved to. And just seeing the kids as well, they're just so happy to be here. Like the joy that they were expressing, like just made me so happy. I could really see God like in them. Like even though they're going through this like really confusing situation that is like out of their control, they can still like have so much joy. Kind of supported them during our like Bible talks like that we've had at the program, and I was really thrilled to see how much they already knew and how enthusiastic they were about it. I helped them understand more of the bullet points that they had up on like the slides about what Jesus was doing, and helped them like read the Bible and stuff. This was my second time. I think this time we were working with different people than we did last year, because last year I felt like we were working mostly with the local community in New Jersey, which is where I went to, but this time we're working with children from all over all different nations, like the name For the Nations. They're from all different countries and cultures, but even that I felt like we were still able to connect on like different things. And at the end I kind of realized that we have way more in common than I thought we were going to have, and it was pretty. Absolutely, I would love to do a mission in the future. I think my goal or aspiration would to be really intentional about my work. Like no matter how like small or insignificant I think it may be, God is really using that. Like even in small steps, they really compound over time, and that I should like put my best foot forward and make sure that I'm always doing my very best and putting 100% effort. At Beacon, I'm involved in Fusion as well as the worship team, and I really see God through the way that people not only manage it, but also manage through conflict. Like, it's really great to see the way that they like reach out to others and find a way to mediate and be balanced. I think I've really learned that a positive outlook can be so good, because I feel like sometimes at school or like other places, like being like overly positive is a bad thing. But I feel like I see that in other people, and I want to work on that in myself to be more optimistic, and I want to bring that to outside of church. I feel like I've known God, but I feel like through these ministries I'm getting closer to God. Like, especially like on the worship team, like I can really remember that all of my skills and abilities are because of God, and what I'm saying and doing is him doing it through me, and not like my own achievements, and it's all God, so I can rely on him. Absolutely. Like, when I talk to my friends who are unbelievers, sometimes I feel like it's not important, or if they decide not to come to church, that like I haven't really done anything. But I realize that God is using that small step to get them, even if it's much closer to God. Like, over time they can get closer and closer, and even the small steps are important. And in my own personal spiritual journey, I feel like sometimes like praying before a meal or reading the Bible every night is like not important, but it is, because even though they may seem small, they really do add up and help me get closer to God. I absolutely want to talk with God more to like my non-believing friends, and with more vigor too, because I feel like sometimes I get scared, or like, what will they think of me? But in the end, I have to remember that that's like the ultimate form of like affection almost, because like, you know, God is truly life-changing and has changed my life for the better, and I want to share that with other people. Over the past year, like, I finally talked to a friend who is a non-believer for the first time about God, and I feel like God is guiding me towards a direction of like becoming more confident about it. I still feel pretty like scared and I haven't talked to that many people about it. Like, it's just been the one person, but I think he's really helping guide me to that direction. All of our positive relationships that we can think of, like a good family member and a good friend, like he's all of those things, but like at the ultimate level, like he loves us like ultimately. Like, he said that the ultimate form of love is to lay down one's life for one's friends, and he did that for every single one of us. And I think that makes him truly someone you can like trust in, someone you can share everything with, and just have normal conversations with too, like any other friend. Training is really amazing and really important, but it's also really physically and spiritually challenging in a good way. And sometimes I feel like at night, like I would have all these feelings, and I would just like talk to God, like right before I went to bed. I really felt like he was there, and there was no devices or anything to distract me. It was just like nature all around, and I feel like I could hear him. First, I would say to talk to God about it, to pray about it, whether this is like the right step or not, and just listen, because I feel God will help guide you in the right direction. And even though it might not feel like the right direction, God has a plan for everyone. So even if it doesn't turn out to be what you think is like a good ending, it's not the ending. Like, God has more for you. That God loves you so much that he sent his one and only son to die for you, and that because of that, all of your sins, like he doesn't hold that against you, because in his eyes you're his child, and he's just yearning for you to come back to him. He's not mad at you or anything for things you've done. For a while, like I felt like I was like really doubting God, like if he actually exists, or if it's like something that I've just been like, you know, like making up in my head for a long time. But then over time I kind of realized that like, even though I can't like see God, he's absolutely there in like everything, in me and other people, and everything I touch. Like, he's just a force that's there. And I felt like sometimes like I would be really questioning it, and I would feel like a terrible Christian for like really doubting. But then I would remember that God loved me so much that like he cleansed me of that like sin, and I can go back to him and he'll greet me with open arms. Absolutely. I think serving is a great proponent of like worshiping God. I think it's a way for us to like express our gratitude towards him, and to use our skills that God has given us, because like I said before, like I learned that like God does everything through me. I don't do anything like truly myself. I think that's a great way to give it back to God.